Good day, everyone. You're welcome to yet another edition of Family Connect, the program that connects family and the program that tries to bring out the best in us and then to re-establish those values which we are fast losing in our society. And today's episode is a special one because I'm having two wonderful youths with me here. But before I introduce them, I want to first of all say thank you to our subscribers and the people that have come to this channel to view us and to listen to what we have said and their comments and even their thumbs up and every other thing that comes with it. I say thank you very, very much. Now, today's topic, we're going to be discussing challenges faced by the youths within and outside the home, especially in this economic situation which we are facing today in Nigeria. Everybody is feeling it, or most people are feeling it, especially the workers. Some are not paid, so many things are happening, and our youths are there, unemployed after school. Some of them, even with handwork, are not finding it easy. So that's why I brought in two youths today to discuss this issue. Let's understand what they feel and what they are facing and what they think the way forward should be. I have with me on my immediate right, Ogechukwu Ebom. Ogechukwu, you're welcome to today's program.
Thank you.
And further to my right, I have Tobenna Naman. Tobenna, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
So you had the topic for today's discussion.
Yes.
So I will start with you, Tobe. What are these challenges you are facing?
Currently, due to, would I say, lack of proper planning or lack of proper implementation of plans, Nigeria is not conducive for upstarts, for especially young people who are looking to start businesses and trying to rely on government help to start these businesses, because it's not almost impossible to start a business from vacuum without any capital from outside sources, unless you are working before and you decide to start a business. But now, if you just, maybe you're fresh out of school and you don't plan on using your degree or you don't plan on working in the office ever, if you want to start a business and you go into the market and see what is required for your business to begin, there's almost no straightforward portal to get a very sizable loan from the government. And even if you find a portal, if you don't know someone, it doesn't work out. And there are so many issues that come up.
And this thing you're saying is actually by experience?
Yes.
Okay.
There are so many issues that come up, so many hindrances. And I found that many people that have decided to go down the entrepreneurship route and have tried to reach out to Nigerian government to start whatever they wanted to start are frustrated. And we all know that frustration is the fuel for a whole lot of vices. It is a fuel for violence. Take for example last year's NSAS fiasco that devolved into a war, because there was no difference between what happened and the war. So that NSAS violence was just a little sign of the amount of discontent, the amount of pain and unfairness the Nigerian youth feel today.
Okay, so what you're saying is, in essence, is that this one is actually the outside challenge.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Before we come to the internal challenge, okay, Chukwu, what's your view on these outside challenges which you are facing today, or you youths are facing today?
There are so many outside challenges that we youth face today, but I would like to talk about the outside challenge that we face maybe in a place where we work or a place where we live outside our family. For example, where we work, when you are trying to work hard to make the office or where you're working good, improve their activities, improve their office, trying to make them earn more money through your hard working. Your manager or person, the overall manager, will try to frustrate you or accuse you of things that you did not do. And if you are not the type of person that stands firm in your decision or stands firm in your truth, you will deviate and out of anger spoil things and destroy the efforts you have made.
Okay, fine. That means what you're saying is not being supportive. Your workforce where you're working,
Yes.
the management is not supportive, and they
Yes.
even try to frustrate you out of this activity
Yes.
if they can't get what they want from you.
Yes.
So they can frustrate you, or they can even make life miserable, and on your own you walk away.
Yes.
So it's a problem.
Yes.
It's a pandemic.
Yes.
Fine. So let's look at the internal part of it. So what are the internal challenges you are facing in your home, as far as this situation we find ourselves in, the economic situation? How is it impacting on you?
From a lot of people's experiences, from shared stories, and from my personal experience, it showed like how do I put it? It never seems to be enough, because things in the market, because every average Nigerian goes to the market. The market is where you get 90% of what you need. So if income is not increasing, but prices are, it seems like you're not doing enough, even when you're doing more than you were before. So now it seems like all your hard work is, like, I won't say wasted, I'll say is in vain. And as time goes on, you start to feel frustrated, you start to feel underappreciated. So that's basically what I'll have to put in.
Okay, Chuku. Internally, how is this been for you? The challenges you're facing internally, as far as this economic situation is concerned.
The challenges we youth face internally in our respective homes, for example, comparison. Trying to compare, if a father or a breadwinner trying to compare her daughter or son with another family member's daughter, which is not right. Because when you start comparing, it will make the child to feel filthy, to feel helpless, to feel useless, that he or she is not making any effort in his or her own family.
Okay, let me ask this question, because as I just listened to what you said, the external, the internal problems being faced by you as far as the economic situation in Nigeria is concerned. But now let me ask a very interesting, a very, very vital question, because why I call it vital is because a lot of people have issues with communication. Are you communicating with your parents or guardians, or even with your peers, as far as this situation is concerned? Because there are some people that are silent, they take it in and keep quiet, and things are getting worse. Do you have that avenue? Are your parents or guardians or people with you open enough to understand these challenges and discuss with you to make the burden less than it is? Okay, Chukwu.
From the question you ask, based on my own experience, my family, especially my dad, understands a lot. And it's good in a family for parents to understand their children, to listen to their explanations and try putting them in a good track.
Okay, so basically you have such, or you have such growing up, having your parents talk with you.
Yes.
Because most children, or from experience we have, don't even get to have that chance. Today,
Yes.
can you elaborate more on that? Do you have the same experience?
Yes, I had a very supportive um, upbringing where everybody's opinion was listened to, everybody's opinion was heard, and you are always open to listen to older people's perspective and more experienced people's perspective so that you can weigh and judge for yourself what would be the best route to take. So I had a very supportive childhood. I had a childhood where your voice isn't stifled. You talk and we listen. But from my experience as a grown up now, and from listening to other people's childhoods and current children now, a lot of people aren't listened to anymore because the external pressure on parents is unbearable. When you go into the workforce in Nigeria, the stress, the traffic, the unreasonable people, all that comes together, and then you get home late. So many people don't have time to listen to their children anymore. So they just make decisions for their children and expect their children to follow through. And in truth, as individuals, when we're not listened to, we feel undervalued, we feel less than human, because that is an intricate part of being human. When you're listened to and taken as an individual, not grouped together with other people, not stifled. So many people now, because Lagos lifestyle now is basically 9 to 9, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. you're out of the house. The weekends are spent resting. So many parents don't have that time to listen. So they throw money. Most people throw money now at their problems. They send their children to, in quotes, the best schools and expect them to just be the best people like that, which can't work.
Yes, definitely. This is beautiful because you know why I say it's beautiful, in the sense that we are hearing it firsthand from a youth who had a good background, a good upbringing, and supportive childhood as far as your opinion is concerned, as far as coming through with whatever it is. And it goes back to what I said, or I've been saying in my previous programs, that we cannot have it all if we don't sacrifice some things. And if things were as it should be, a woman's place is in the home. She is supposed to be the bedrock that forms that home and then takes it up and takes it to the level and impacts the values we're talking about into these children. The man plays his role, but most times the man's role is outside the home where he fends for the family, the woman takes care and nurtures. And because of the economic situation we find ourselves, we are battling with so much. Like you said, 9 to 9 in Lagos. So they don't really have time for these children. So there are no homes.
Yes,
So
their houses.
Yes, their houses where people come to sleep.
Yes.
From your own experience, will you advise that despite everything, no matter how serious or how difficult it is, will it be better that we have a good home with proper values, much more than having more money to throw about, like you put it? What is it?
It's better to have a good home with proper value than throwing money around, because money, although they used to say money answers everything, but it's not true. Money cannot buy happiness, it cannot buy love, it cannot buy care, but it will go to some extent.
Okay, so Toby?
Money is very important, yes. Money brings sustenance, money brings pleasure, joy. But in truth, based on the society right now and the nonchalance, especially people of my generation, show. Because the whole idea of the whole idea of working parents really started with my generation. My generation's parents are the working parents where the father and mother goes to work, but the generation they grew up in usually had the mother at home or the father at home, and one person was the breadwinner, one person was the home grower. So, from what I've seen, most of the children that come from a family where both parents are the breadwinners, are the breadwinner of the family, they don't usually have this caring nature. They usually, if something is not of monetary value, it has no value to them. So you find them doing things that are morally grey. They might not be outright bad, but they do things that are in grey area morally, things that you wouldn't say is really bad or good. So I would say the best way to raise a family is you have the home grower, the person that stays at home. It doesn't necessarily have to be the man or the woman. Anybody that cares about the family, that cares about the children, should stay with them and nurture them properly. Raise them in the right morals and teach them proper manners, because manners are very important. And then the other person could be the breadwinner, bringing the money home and dividing the economy of the family. So that's what I feel should be the right way forward.
Thank you very much. People just took it off from my mouth. No matter what we do, values, morals, we cannot trade it. No matter how much money you put down. Because at the end of the day, what happens? Everything that goes around comes around. I thank you very much, Tobena and Ogechukwu, for coming to this program and giving an insight to your fellow youths as to what is happening and what you're experiencing. Well, my beautiful listeners, thank you once again for being there and for tuning to this channel. This discussion is not ending today. We're not ending it today. We're going to bring in one or two more youths to talk up on this particular topic, to share their own perspective. These young adults and youths have shared their own perspective as to what has happened to them or what they've experienced in these times and the challenges they faced. I will round up by saying, please, we expect to have your comments, and if possible, write us through our email address, which is family.connect97@gmail.com. We'll be expecting your comments as usual. Thank you, and I remain yours, Chika Nnamani. Goodbye.